So we put out a call to ask people who have had eating disorders to answer some questions for us.
I spoke to a lot of people that had been unwell, that are still unwell, and what may have helped and what may not have helped. Things like the only bad workout is the one you didn't do.
The guilt.
Stuff like that. Yeah, guilt, which brings people back, but for the really wrong reasons. Also talking about food and the relationship between food, so like demonising food and talking about, oh, if you do this, then you can eat that.
Just the link between
the
two.
Also talking about fear-based motivation, so trying to fit into the wedding dress. Pressure in terms of like setting goals, and then if you don't reach that goal, you then could feel like a failure. For people that are well, fear-based motivation can be really unhelpful because it makes you push yourself to extremes.
So it's motivating you through the fear of
gaining weight, of not being fit enough. So we also talked about creating a more supportive culture. One person said that actually nobody ever says, oh, you look happier than you were. It's all about physically how people look. So people saying, oh, you look like you've lost weight. We talked about whether people felt that fitness professionals were approachable, and if they were, kind of why and why not. Many people said that they didn't feel like they were because of like a lack of understanding. Not only do the clients feel that they have a lack of understanding, but the fitness professionals also feel that they have a lack of understanding. So people feel like they're not approachable because they're like, well, they won't understand. People felt that instructors were pressurised into bringing people into the gym. They felt like they were doing that because they needed to set targets for themselves in terms of how many people they could get in their classes, how many people they could get in the gym.
So that is a reality of the industry, unfortunately.
100%.
We're not saying it's the wrong thing to do, we're just actually looking at like considering language around it.
Yeah.
So we do just have to look at the reality of the industry versus the ideal and find something in the middle.
Yeah, and look at how we can move forward.
Yeah.
And how we can bring about some kind of like positive change. I also was keen to like get ideas about how people would feel if a fitness professional approached them and offered concern. And I had quite mixed views about this. People were quite keen to say that actually if it was done in a really calm, confidential way with some kind of like knowledge base behind it, then actually they would have found that really helpful. Someone said that I wish one of the gym staff had said something when I was clearly not well. No matter how ill I looked, no one noticed. And having someone ask me about this and show their concern would have really helped me. By not offering any concern, it really validates people's feelings around their illness. And it's like, I am not ill enough because nobody is offering that concern. Nobody is showing any kind of care really. And so I will continue to come here and I'm okay doing this.
From the things we found here and the things we found in the course with ABC, it's not about going up to someone and saying, you clearly have a problem, let's find a solution. It's about opening up that conversation and putting yourself forward as a trusted person should they decide to express kind of how they're feeling and what they're going through.
To be like, I'm here if and when you need it, and I care.
We did speak to a couple of people who said if someone came up to them and essentially said, you look like you may have an eating disorder, it would make them pack up their stuff and go somewhere else where they could kind of hide. So it is very much about the approach and the relationship.
And also not going up to them and saying, you need help, like this is what you need to do. It's more like, I'm here. But also, I was keen to see that if people weren't confident with kind of like a one-to-one, what may have helped them generally in like a fitness setting. And a lot of people talked about addressing the whole group in terms of like, this week I've been reading about so-and-so, and actually it's made me think about my practice and sort of saying, oh, I've seen that X and Y have a service that might help with this. So kind of not specifically targeting a particular individual, but talking as a group.
What about something at the end of the class where you kind of say, you know, if anyone's got any concerns about how to fuel their bodies, or they just have any questions about what we've done, come and talk to me.
So kind of like maybe having like themes or like discussion points, which might resonate with some, and a lot of people will be like, what was that about? I don't know, but that's fine because it didn't relate to them.
It's fine.
But it's not gonna, it's not gonna take anything away from them. It's only gonna add. You know, you could be part of a really, really long process, but you could be like a part of that in some way. Kind of like having leaflets around
one of our local gyms actually, and they've got a notice board, and along with all of the things about different classes you can do, there's actually a big poster which says, do you have any concerns about eating disorders? You can speak to anorexia bulimia care.
For people that aren't maybe ready to talk, it might be that they on the way home quickly go, like grab I'll leave it on the way out.
Yeah.
Fine, that's
Yeah.
fine. At least it's there. At least it's an option. It's not just about people doing their job. It's about having that like caring and that like nurturing environment that people feel safe in.
Just that awareness
Yeah.
of these people in front of you who are humans.
Yeah.